Hello gamers, welcome back to another episode and a new year with Beyond the Emulator with your host Dylan. So in today's episode we're going to be working with the Trimui Smart Pro and Knulli Gladiator II. So new game thing that I actually found that actually runs through ports it's called, oh goodness, now I lost my train of thought. It is called RGSX. It's actually a ROM downloader, very similar to EmuDrop. So it's located in your ports. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and just give you a quick preview, and then I'm going to go and show you the website to locate the game profile platform and be able to download it to Knulli Gladiator II. So if I go over to ports and I go to the RGSX, it's basically an option 2 to be used besides EmuDrop, which is also on there. It's going ahead and loading all the platforms. It also has actually BIOS if you wanted to download those. I have not tested that yet. I currently already have my own BIOS. This is a nice way to set up a Knulli Gladiator 2 if you needed the necessary files and programs. I know there's a newer version since I'm making during this video, so I will show you the newer version that's going to be online, and I'm going to go ahead and have to update that as well. But you've got BIOS, you've got all these different platforms, so you can see it's very similar to how EmuDrop worked. If I wanted to go to Dreamcast, it's basically going to load me all the games that are out there, and actually the size of the games that are there. So for example, let's just go with something that is actually really simple, and these are all set up in .chd files. So let's go with Four Wheel Thunder, for example, on the Dreamcast. And you can see you can do filtering down below. There's a history and a download page. So we're going to go ahead and select this one, and it's went into the downloads. So we're going to go ahead with the up menu, and you can see it's actually downloading, but you can see previous games that I had downloaded. For PlayStation, I had Metal Gear Solid. It was completed. And also PlayStation Portable Legend of Heroes. So while this is being downloaded, I can actually go and locate another game. So we could go over to Nintendo 64. There is quite a good sized library. There's actually going up to PS2, PS3. There is some that are going above and beyond. You can see here with this one, you can get into more details with that by loading that one. Not going to necessarily name it, but you can see these different files that actually could be downloaded using Knulli Gladiator 2 onto your SD card, and then taking your SD card out with these games and putting them elsewhere if you wanted to use a different emulator core platform besides this device, because it will not be able to handle this particular platform, if you got what I'm talking about. So we're not going to quit it. We're going to go back because we're still downloading. We're at 46%. So while this is downloading, we're going to go ahead and switch over to the screen, and I will show you how to get this program onto Knulli. So I will include the link to RGSX. This is actually can be used for Windows or for Knulli. So I will include the link, but you can see over here they've actually released about 4 days ago a newer version. I need to update, but you can see the same platforms that are being listed, and here's the directions of where it actually has to go to be installed. So if you're going to be using Knulli, you're going to be going ahead and downloading this particular latest GitHub file, and you're going to be going ahead and loading it into ports under which is located under ROMs to get Knulli to function. So pretty straightforward. So what I've done is we've downloaded a version, which I'll show you when you download this full latest. And what it's going to do is basically, let's get this up here for a second where I can get my screen. There we go. And basically you're going to get two folders. One is going to be for ports, one is going to be for Windows. So you could use the Windows for your own PC, and the ports, you're going to open it up, and basically you're going to take all this right here, this folder, and you're going to basically just drop it into ports. the whole program. And then basically you're going to reboot Knulli, and it's going to be located under ports for an RGSX file. So that's how that works there. Now we're back over to the Knulli Gladiator II on the Trimui Smart Pro device, and we are actually at 81% now for that particular game. So we can run that through. I'm going to actually, it should be almost complete because it is a small file, and it's based on my Wi-Fi, how quick the connection is that it's getting. These devices don't have a very strong Wi-Fi. But I'm going to put you on, come right back when this game has actually been completed. Alright, we reached 99%, and it actually should do the artwork as well. We can download that, so if I scroll up my button here, and it has been completed, I can actually go to Game Options, which is my down key. Whoops. Let's go back to the game menu. I should be able to click. Whoops. We'll do this one more time. Press A. You can see a sub-menu. I'm sorry, it was a sub-menu. And it's scrape the metadata, so we're going to go ahead and click on that. It's going to search for the metadata for four-wheel thunder. So you don't have to go in and do your own scraping. You can through the scraper that's used through Knulli Gladiator II. There's the game. So we're going to go ahead and confirm it. We could actually delete the game if we didn't want to, the game. So now we're going to go ahead and get out of this. And now we're going to go over to our Dreamcast. And there's four-wheel thunder. So it didn't save the metadata. Let's go ahead and go to the sub-menu. What are we running it off of? It's under the auto. We're going to go into the Flycast emulator. And boot it right up. So we just downloaded the game. And here we are. As simple as that. Audio's running a little rough there. So being that it's running as a standalone, there we go. So menu and B goes into our sub-menu here. We've got some save states, but we'd be able to go into our settings. But if we want to just go ahead and continue, we'd go right to the game.
Four-wheel thunder!
And there you go. Works like a champ. So this just gives you another option to download some ROMs using Knulli Gladiator II. So again, menu in there, we're going to go down, we're going to go ahead and exit, press B to get out. So again, thanks for watching. I hope you learned some new stuff and were able to find some games maybe online using this application. Alright, have a great day.